Welcome to the Parenting Roundabout podcast for the week of May 1st, 2023. I'm Nicole and I'm here with Catherine Haleko.
Hello.
Every week we chat about what parents are talking, complaining, and obsessing about right now. But this week we're short one podcaster as Terri recuperates from surgery and we force her to take a few days off. So we thought we'd take a look back at some of our past discussions on encounters with sickness, health, and healthcare. Today's chat is originally from 2019. And you know what? I am sick of being sick. And
Aww.
That is my complaint for today, because legitimately I am sick again.
Oh dear. It's that time of year. Though
It's
not
that
really.
time of year, but I mean, I have no problem working my way through a cold. I mean, nobody wants to be sick.
Mm-hmm.
What I have a problem with is that my family does not seem to respect the fact that I have a cold.
Of course not.
That's my complaint. It's like there's the man flu, but what about the mom flu? Like, can we not have our own version where we just get to curl up in bed for a day and everything around us will get like mysteriously taken care of, and our kids will get picked up and dinner will get made, and we won't have to direct anybody
and you won't finally emerge from your sick bed to find like piles of dirty laundry and dirty dishes and dog hair and
right.
That's a nice
Everything will be just as you left it because your loving spouse picked up the pieces while you were falling apart. Is it just me, or does anybody have, like, do they get to, like, do that? Do they get to retreat to their room and spend some time on self-care, or do we just pop some pills and keep going?
When my kids were littler, I couldn't, but now I think I could. My husband makes dinner and cleans up and does the laundry. He does most of the stuff around the house, and I just work. So the only person who would miss me would be whoever I had work due to. I think I could just kind of hide in the room.
So you could rent him out for other people.
The only thing is if I needed to drive my son to work, that would be a problem.
So you can take a mom sick day, but the problem is you can't take a freelance sick day.
I can't take a freelance sick day. Yeah, that's where my inability to take a sick day lies. Because if I take a day off, I get no money, and that's a problem. And also, if I have deadlines and, those don't go away, I just get later on a whole bunch of things. So that makes it less fun to just lay in bed and be sick.
Wow.
So,
how about you, Catherine? Really do you get to have the mom flu?
I, knock on wood, don't get sick very often.
Oh dear, don't say that.
I know.
Oh no.
I know. It's hard. But yeah, it would be very difficult because just the dropping off and picking up and keeping on top of things. I go away fairly frequently, and things generally can hang together while I'm gone. But I do tend to come home and find like piles of clutter and unwashed clothing and things when I get back. So I think that would be the equivalent. But I have a thing where a lot of nights I would love to read in bed before I go to sleep. And my husband is always in there with the light off. So I can't. And that's when I'm like, when you just start like dragging through the day and you're like, I just want to,
that sounds nice.
Lie down. And I find that I am always, the last one to bed and the first one up.
Mm-hmm.
Because of just stuff that needs to be done. So that's part of what I like about going away, because I feel like I can be so productive on whatever it is I'm there to do because I don't have all the day-to-day home stuff to deal with.
Mm-hmm.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
I don't know. I stay home and I get sick and things fall apart. I leave things fall apart. I just can't catch a break.
You cannot win.
Aw,
I can't
they
win.
need you.
There
That's
you go.
sweet.
I know. When are they not going to need me, though?
Yeah, I think your kids are at an age where they should be able to fend for themselves.
They are, and they're getting there. It's just, I'm a big softie too, though, because like I let them get away with a lot too. They've got, oh, I'm studying for the MCAT, or oh, I've got all this AP homework to do, and I know it legitimately takes up a lot of time out of their day, so
Yeah.
I tend to give them a free pass far too often.
You're nice.
Okay, I'll do it. But
Well, now we need this. This is starting to explain why you never get to be sick. Sometimes you have
That's
to just
right.
say, you just have to tell yourself, I am ill, I cannot do things. I'm just
Right.
going to stay in bed. And then you have to
Right.
listen to yourself and not feel guilty and not feel like a martyr and force
And
yourself
you
to
think
do stuff.
about, like, if you were, your leg was broken or something and you couldn't drive and you couldn't
Right.
move around, somehow it would get done. It might
Really?
I mean, it might involve, for me, what it would involve is a lot of calling in favors for other parents to take my kids
Oh, yeah.
places.
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be a good excuse, though?
Yeah, well, they would have to say yes. But they're not going to come and wash my dishes either, so
No.
yeah.
No. And it would have to be something more dramatic than a simple cold or the flu.
Well, right. Although I think my mom friends, my fellow like hockey parents or whatever,
Mhm.
I think we're all pretty happy to help each other out if we can and if we need to. If someone asks me to go to run their kid somewhere, they don't have to be like on their deathbed. I will do it.
Right.
So,
Yeah, and I guess, now that my kids are a bit older, it's a lot different, of course, when they were younger, right?
yeah.
Having to do that minute-to-minute care
Yeah.
seemed to be needed, but
But when they're
Yeah,
younger,
that's
too, you can, like, park them in front of the TV and sleep. Do you know what I
Yes.
mean? Like, there's
Yes.
certain
Yeah.
things that are easier, I think. And feed
Yeah.
them cereal.
Right.
isn't that the truth? Actually, last night, my son, they were hungry, and I said, you know what, I'm so busy trying to get ready for this conference, you're going to have to deal with it. And they actually put together quite a nice meal, so
Well, hey there.
maybe I just need to feign busyness more often.
Yeah.
Yeah. There you go.
Suckers. Now you know they can do it.
Or
See, and they used
just
to
do
do
what
it.
you did earlier today and take
Pass
some
out.
cold medicine and just pass out so that they're you were just unable to help them.
Everybody. I mean, I'm unable to be available for anybody.
There you go.
But everything, has to keep going. I mean, my kids were a lot better. I have to admit, my kids were a lot better when I was working away from the home.
hmm
They were a lot more, especially my son, he was a lot more independent and could do things. And so when I got sick, it wasn't too big, but it's like they've regressed now that I've been at home for the last 10 years.
Yeah. Gets
They've
too
forgotten all their
easy.
independent skills.
Yeah, it's very much about like, what the expectations are and what they get used to. And like, yes, the other day my son surprised me in a good way because he was at home. My husband was at home, but he was working and he was going to be on a conference call. So he really couldn't do anything. And I had to go out and a repairman was coming. So I said, you are going to need to be the one that opens the door and shows them in and, he knows what to do, but I need you to, be aware of the doorbell and like open the door, put away the dogs, all that stuff.
Yeah.
And when I came home, not only had he done that, he actually shoveled snow on the front walk because he knew that this person was coming and he wanted to shovel. So I was very proud.
Nice.
Yes.
That is very good.
I guess I surprised you.
Well, I've been doing something lately that is giving me the feel of having a sick day, whether I'm actually having one or not, which is that when I wake up in the morning, instead of thinking about all the things I have to do, get up, take a shower, eat breakfast, do this, do the treadmill, whatever, and then like rolling over and going back to sleep and then starting my work really late, I just sit up in bed, grab my laptop, and start working right there in bed with the pillows propped up behind me. I call out for my daughter to bring me a cup of coffee and a breakfast bar, and then I just spend the morning working in bed. And it's worked out really good in terms of getting work done, and I kind of feel like, well, you know, here I am sequestered in my room, having people bringing me things, and playing with my computer. So maybe if you ever need a sick day, try that.
That's it for today's Sickness and Health Chat. Tune in tomorrow for another take on this theme. We're always interested in what you have to say, so drop us a comment on our website, our Facebook page, or Twitter, where you will find us at Roundabout Chat.